Elijah Brandon and his parents Regina and Lorenzo. Captain Walter Cart and his parents Elizabeth and Walter. M.J. Crocker and his parents Ginny Lee and T.J. Jack Davis and his parents Lucy and Craig. Charlie Edmond and his parents Elizabeth and Rice. Captain Darius Gray and his parents Angelina and DeCarlo. Robert Head and his parents Tracy and Jane. Andy Inkst and his parents Anna and Brian. Colin Johnson and his parents Lydia and Ken. Patrick Leckie and his parents Megan and Mason. Drew and Eric Pendlebury and their parents Laura and Steve. Captain Chase Roberts and his parents Becky and Steve. Nate Roberts and his mother Kristen. James Signeri and his parents Jim and Claudia. Beckett Thorpe and his parents John and Jane. Captain Walker Turley and his parents Jerry and Paul. Then Walter and his parents Marilee and Trent. Austin Wrinkle and his parents Mara and Davis. Vaquero.
Controlled by Gray. Darius Gray goes up strong.
Roberts going deep on the first play. Has Jerron Johnson.
Finds Cosby in the corner. His three-pointer. It's good.
Into quadruple coverage. Jaden Brown came down with that football.
In the corner, Burnett. Three-pointer. Bang!
Burnett, his three is good.
Brown gets a screen from Gregory. Gets in the lane. Blocked by Gray.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Senior Day varsity football matchup. Today we have the St. Christopher's Saints against the North Cross Raiders. Team captain Darius Gray, Walter, and Chase Roberts take the coin flip for the Saints as the team runs on the field to celebrate. This is a big matchup for the Saints today. It is their senior day, and I believe they're 6-2 on the season. So this is one of the best starts the varsity football team has had in a long time, with a very skilled defense headed up by MJ Crocker and Darius Gray, while the offense is additionally led by Darius Gray, Chase Roberts, and Jaron Johnson. Saints' last game was a 13-7 win against Trinity, the first time in the last 4 years they have beat the Titans. So the Saints are coming off hot of a huge win, and they're going to look to keep that season momentum moving forwards into this game and rack up another W. The Saints elect to kick, so the Raiders will receive first, putting the Saints' defense on the field. Jaziel Hart is going to be returning for the Raiders. And the Saints squib kick it. And North Cross just drops down on around the 32-yard line for the first drive of this game. Saints have been running a lot of these squib kicks this season to start the clock before kickoff in order to run some of the time down right before the team gets on the field. They run the ball. That's number 1, Jaziel Hart, for a gain of 3 or 4 yards.
Number 1, Hart on the carry. For number 54, Drew Pendlebury. Second and 4.
Drew Pendlebury on the tackle. Correction, that was a 6-yard gain. Sometimes it's hard to see with all the players crowding in around him. And today the Raiders' starting quarterback is going to be Samuel Bauer, Their normal starting quarterback is out. Correction, that's Kingston Paquette as starting quarterback.
Kingston Paquette's pass is complete.
That's going to be a Raiders first down with the ball on the Saints 42-yard line, or the Raiders 42-yard line. They run the ball again. That's also Jaziel Hart. He's brought down short by Drew Pendlebury. Second and long. Kingston Paquette drops back, almost picked off by Elisha Asari, but still a great breakup to make third and long for the Saints. That's the type of momentum you want to see from your defense, just shutting down plays like that. Elisha Asari, senior, has been balling out all year with some of these pass breakups. Third and long for the Raiders. Paquette drops back. Elijah Brandon gets a hand on it and knocks it down. Another near interception for the Saints. It's going to bring the North Cross special teams on the field to punt the ball. And it looks like Kingston Paquette is also their team's punter. So quarterback's going to stay on the field to punt the ball. J.J. Tidwell in the backfield to return. He takes a fair catch. However, the Raiders made a little contact with him to knock him off course. And the ball is going to be picked up around the Saints' 15-yard line. The Saints offense takes the field. Chase Roberts, Saints starting quarterback, lines up with Aiden White in the backfield and Eric Pendlebury on the side to block. Wide receivers on the field, Andy Hinkst and Patrick Leckie. Designed run. Aiden White gets a carry of about 5 or 6 yards. Aiden White's been a stellar running back for the Saints all season. He's really been helping them in these tough situations get some extra yards. And they give it right back to him. He gets a gain of about 3. Correction, they're going to give it to him. That's going to be a Saints first down. You can already tell the Saints run game is moving pretty well today. Chase rolls back, finds Nate Roberts. He slips just a little bit on that turf. You know, that turf can get a little slippery out of nowhere. And he gets a gain of about 7 yards. Well-designed pass play for the Saints. I think if he stayed on his feet there, he probably would have had the first down. And Aiden White finds a hole, and he breaks tackles, gets a gain of about 12 yards for the Saints. That's going to be first and more. The Saints fielding here from their own 49-yard line. Timeout North Cross. Aiden White, the running back, has been an absolute anchor for this Saints offense, coming up clutch whenever they need him to this year. Chase Roberts drops back, finds Andy Hinkst, and he gets a first down. Andy Hinkst on senior night. Andy Hinkst is a really hard receiver to guard. He's about 6'5", which means he could stretch out for some of those passes, making it a hard job unless you're a corner who can match his height. Lance Clone lines up in the backfield. They hand it off to him, and he doesn't get much. That's a gain of nothing.
Number 44 was Lance Clevens. It's his first carry. Nothing there. Fourth down by number 75. Don't have his name on our roster, unfortunately. Second and 11.
Eric Pendlebury comes off the field. Lance Clellan comes right back on. The Saints bring on Colin Johnson as well as J. Ron Johnson and J.J. Tidwell. Flea flicker to J. Ron Johnson. He has more, and that's going to be more than just a first down. That's going to place the ball down at around the 26-yard line. The Saints just need to inch a little bit closer to get in field goal range for William Sterling. And Chase Roberts takes it himself. He takes a hit. And that's going to be a gain of about 8 yards for Chase Roberts. The Saints are well within field goal range for William Sterling now. So now the decision is whether or not we could put up 6 on the board or if we need to resort to 3. Colin Johnson lines up in the backfield. Ron gets motioned. Chase drops back. He's looking towards Nate Roberts. He dives. The ball was just a little bit long. That's going to be 3rd and 2 for the Saints. That ball to Roberts was just a little bit long this season. There's a flag on the play, roughing the passer on the defense. That's going to be an automatic first down, and am I correct? Was that roughing the passer? Pass interference. Yeah, it looks like they are, because they're in the red zone, that penalty does give half the distance to goal line, as will any more penalties for the rest of this drive. I mean, this connection between Chase and Nate Roberts has been pretty common throughout this season. A lot of touchdown passes are thrown towards Nate's direction, considering his size and height. Chase drops back again. He's moving. He gets the first down. Correction, he scrambles for 4. Yeah, Roberts really is a quarterback. He can do it all. He's big enough that he's not afraid to scramble, take a hit to get some yards, but he can also sling that ball if you need him to. And they do another flea flicker to Ron, and he spins in for a Saints touchdown. The Saints strike first and put 6 on the board. Hot start for the game for the Saints. The Raiders receive first. The Saints defense forces a punt, and then the Saints strike back with a touchdown. William Sterling puts it right through. And the Saints student section is doing a senior player roll call right now. To receive the kickoff from William Sterling. And they squib it again. Right back to number 13, who is not on their roster. Number 13 is not on North Cross's roster, so I do not know his name, but he was the one who returned that one. And North Cross is back on the field for their second offensive drive of the game. First one ended with 1 first down, and then the Saints shut them out. This is going to be their second attempt to strike back and score. And he lets it fly towards Elisha. They're throwing pass interference flag. And Elisha Asari looks extremely surprised at that call. It looked like good coverage to me, but I guess it could have been called for for running him a little bit out of the direction of the ball. That's going to be the first penalty against the Saints today. Elisha Asari, normally a really clean corner. That's very rare for him to make any mistakes. On the run, and he is forced. Oh, what a catch. Yeah, flag on the play. That one was really hectic. They had quarterback running around. Darius Gray just a foot behind him, reaching to try to bring him down. Darius Gray, despite his size, is extremely fast. Uneligible player downfield penalty on the Raiders. That's going to back him up 5 yards. First and long for the Raiders. Lots of noise coming from the Saints student section here. Kingston Paquette drops back. Pass to number 7, DeMarcus Brown, and he's brought down by Elisha Asari. Jazeel Hart lines up in the backfield. He takes the snap. And he has some nice moves and eventually gets brought down by MJ Crocker. It's going to be 3rd and 3 for the Raiders here. Jazeel Hart lines up in the backfield here, and they get Darius Gray, jumps off sides. That's going to be an automatic first down for the Raiders. Just take some deep breaths. Kingston Paquette takes the snap, drops back over towards Elisha Asari, and that's caught for a touchdown. That is DeMarcus Brown, the junior, with a touchdown for the Raiders. That's going to change the score to Saints 7, North Cross 6.
Yeah, it's just that kind of pass right over the back shoulder is just impossible to defend.
There's nothing a corner can do, really, unless he has a serious height advantage on you. That's just a well-placed ball over the shoulder is the best you can get. Saints making some noise, providing some stadium posts for the kick. And it is up and good. That's going to tie up the game. Saints 7, North Cross 7.
So the Saints offense getting off to a hot start with the touchdown. Unfortunately, couldn't quite keep the lead as North Cross has a great pass there to tie things up and even the momentum.
Yeah, and I mean, the Saints defense already stopped them once on the first drive of the game. So the score isn't as bad as it looks. Even though it's tied up, the Saints are going to receive after halftime.
So the Saints have Jerron Johnson back to receive. Tidwell a little bit in front of him.
Will kick off for the Raiders. Johnson and number 5, Tidwell, back deep for the Saints.
Jaron Johnson takes it. He finds a hole.
A flag coming out after he went down. Not sure exactly what it's for.
He was rattled pretty hard. Could have been a personal foul.
So it looks like this
Sounds
could
like
be
it's
a hold.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got Robert Head for the hold. So that's going to put him back an extra 15 yards. And that was pretty good field position. I think he went down around the 35, somewhere a little past that. But this is going to start their drive on the 22 now. So let's see if the Saints can take another lead.
Andy Hingst, Hugh Mack, and J.J. Tidwell are the wide receivers on the field right now.
Yep, and it's Aiden White in the shotgun formation with Roberts.
Ball at Nate Roberts. He takes the first hit, but gets brought down.
Yeah, just couldn't quite get out of the grasp of the defender. They're going to give him 4 yards for it. I thought he's a little short, but
it looked like he stretched out once they had him wrapped. He reached out to try to get more.
Yep, so that'll make it 2nd and 6.
That's Roberts' second catch of the game. Hugh Mack gets motioned. He has the ball.
And that play not going to go very far. Looked like he had to fight to get back to that line of scrimmage. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 6. So let's see what the Saints offense can do with a big 3rd down. White in the pistol formation now.
A run here would be a bold call. Roberts rolls out to Andy Hinks, and he gets the first down. That's Andy Hinks' second first down of the day.
Yeah, it's a great catch there by Andy Hinks, and just 2 flags on the play.
I mean, you could just tell how good he is, but like using his height. He's 6'5", so I mean, stretching out for those high balls is a pretty good, easy job for him.
Yeah, I know these quarterbacks love to have tall receivers.
It's also very hard as a corner to guard somebody with 5 or more inches on you.
So this is going to an illegal man downfield penalty on the Saints and a sideline warning on the Raiders. So that'll negate the pass to Hinks, and it'll be a 5-yard penalty to make it 3rd and 10 here. So what was a big 3rd down conversion is now just going to be a 3rd and long as Roberts takes the field again. Hinks lined up at the bottom of your screen.
Hugh Mack comes back on the field here. Roberts drops back, under pressure, and Aiden White drops it.
Yeah, so Aiden White looked like he might have had a little bit of room to run if he'd gotten it. Although I'm not sure he would have gotten the first down, but still, never like to have that room to wonder with the drop. And it'll be a Saints 4th down as they send their punt team out with William Sterling.
And regardless, even if Aiden White had gotten a few more yards, it would have given the Saints better field position for the punt.
So it's Jazio Hart out to return for the Raiders.
That punt's going to get a good bounce. And the Saints are going to tend it. Pick it up right around the North Cross 39-yard line.
So a pretty good punt there by William Sterling.
Yeah, no, give the Saints favorable field position for a defensive stop here.
Yeah, so the Saints, their defense going to have to come up with something big to keep this game tied. Defense has certainly been the strong suit of this team throughout the season.
Most definitely.
And last week at Trinity, they come up with 3 interceptions and 6 sacks.
As well as one of those interceptions being a pick six.
Yep, E.B. Brandon had 2 of them. Finn Walters had the other.
Jazeal Hart with a big carry for about 8 or 9 yards.
Yeah, it's just a good job by the running back and the O-line. And that'll make it 2nd and 1, so.
I mean, Jazeal Hart's really a guy that's doing everything on this team. Wide receiver, corner, running back, and he takes all of the kick returns and punt returns.
Yeah, so you got to find a way to mitigate him and shut him down on the offense as the team lines up to hopefully stop the 2nd and 1.
They give it back to Jazeal Hart, and he has more than he needs. He gets a stiff arm, and the last man is Colin Johnson, and he cannot get there.
So another touchdown for Jazeal Hart. I thought there might have been a holding penalty on that play, but the no flag is out.
I mean, it looks like the hold brought Finn Walter to the ground, but.
So there are a couple flags down on the play, but for now, they're all lined up to take the extra point.
Penalties offset.
This is an unsportsmanlike conduct on the Raiders, but it not going to take the touchdown off the board as they set up for the extra point.
Yeah, that penalty is going to be enforced on kickoff.
The kick is good, so North Cross takes a 7-point lead in the first quarter. A pretty high-scoring game here.
It's going to bring the Saints offense back on the field with right around a minute left in the first quarter.
Yeah, so they'll be kicking it off from, I believe, the 25. So, no, the 30 looks like. No, it will be the 25.
Yeah, you're right. That's a 15-yard penalty, so that's going to knock him back a good bit, and that's going to give the Saints much better odds on a long return here.
Yeah, so hopefully the Saints can avoid the penalties and get some good starting field position here, as on the last drive, I mean, first of all, there's holding on that kick return to mitigate good field position. And then they had, I believe, a penalty to take away a third down conversion, make it third and 10.
Yeah, they had a legal man downfield.
Yeah. Which is not something you see called a lot in high school football.
Yeah, really not often. But, you know, those O-linemen, they can't really go 5 yards. Absolutely hammers the kickoff.
Yeah, so Tidwell trying to find something. He's taken down. And some physical out of play.
Against Charlie Gunn.
Yeah, I'm really surprised there's no flag thrown for that, as they were nowhere near the ball.
I mean, North Cross has been playing physical all day. You saw right after Andy Hinks caught that one, he was rattled off sides or out of bounds. So it's really going to be one of those games where it's like size wins battles.
Yep,
Thank
so
God we have Darius.
That'll put them at the 36-yard line. 3 people in the backfield, Lance Cullen and Aiden White, along with Chase Roberts. And he loses a football. And a flag is out. It looks like
Recovered by the Saints.
Yeah, it looks like Jerron Johnson recovered it.
Recovered by Jerron Johnson. Second down.
And it is about a 3-yard gain. That's really disappointing. It looked like he had a better run going there and just came out of his hands.
You know, I mean, I'll take a 3-yard gain instead of a fumble.
That is for sure. Let's see if they get one more play in before the quarter ends. Clone and Colin Johnson in the backfield.
And they hand it off to Lance Cleland. He shakes off the first tackle and gets hammered. It's going to be a loss of 1.
Yep, so another 3rd and 8 as the first quarter ends. And the Saints offense going to have to come up with something big coming out of the first quarter as they trail North Cross 14-7.
And Roberts drops back. And he dumps it off to Andy Hinks.
Hey, I think he was down, but let's see what they're going to say. He was down, which is, I believe, a good call for the Saints as a great gain. And I love Chase Roberts on that play. I really thought he was going to take it off, but he faked everybody out.
I mean, Andy Hinks is always there when you need him to be. That kid's just balling out today. That's his 3rd catch, and he has about 30 yards to 30, 35 yards in the day.
So high snap, Colin Johnson up to about the 35, so about a 4-yard gain for the Saints. A nice run there by Colin Johnson. It's Johnson in the backfield all alone, pistol formation.
And Chase Roberts takes it himself, design quarterback run. He shakes off the first tackle. He's still going. Manziel! That's going to be a touchdown with his legs.
And Chase Roberts shaking through a tackle there. And there's a flag out, and it looks like that'll be negated by a hold on the Saints. And usually when you see a flag in the backfield after a big run, you can expect a holding call, as that'll negate a huge play by Chase Roberts.
I mean, these holding calls are just killing the Saints today.
Yeah, they need to just find their discipline and play some clean football, as that'll bring them back, looks like, about 8 yards.
13.
Yes, it'll be a 2nd and long instead of a
Touchdown.
13-14 game. Certainly not what you want.
You know what? I have faith that Chase Roberts is a quarterback who can repeat what he just did if he needs to.
Yeah, he's been playing great today. 7 for 8 on passing.
And he rolls out. Ball's a little long. He was looking for Hingst.
His favorite target today. And that'll make a 3rd and long for the Saints. As it's Johnson again in the backfield, shotgun formation.
They motion Tidwell. Roberts drops back. He's
And
caught up.
A lot of trouble
Looking for
Roberts.
somebody, and that one's batted down.
Good job to get rid of it.
Oh, that's a flag. That's a late hit on the quarterback once he was out of bounds.
Wow.
And that's just a stupid mistake that's going to
yeah, you
give him a first.
You really can't make those kind of errors, especially when you. Yeah, so they get a roughing the passer penalty on what would have been a 3rd down stop to bring up 4th and 13.
I believe roughing the passer is going to give him 15 yards.
Yeah, so that might be an automatic 1st down. And, I mean, you just got to. I mean, once that quarterback is out of bounds, you just got to stop playing early. I mean, you can't make that kind of mistake and on such a big opportunity for your defense. And it will be 15 yards. It'll be an automatic 1st down.
Those are the stupid penalties that can kill a team's game.
Yeah, the Saints had a couple on the offensive drive, and now Northcross getting one on defense. But there's a different penalty on the Saints, it looks like. And maybe, is it offsetting penalties?
Well, for it to be offsetting penalties, they would have to be the same degree of penalties.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine that the Saints got a personal foul on the play.
But they're going to have them replay the down. It will be an offsetting penalty. And they're going to repeat 3rd down. I'm not sure exactly what the flag was that they put on the Saints.
Yeah, I'm not sure what these refs are watching, but
not the same game we are, apparently. As 3rd and 13 to be replayed. Let's see if the Saints can get a little more success.
we got Aiden White up in the backfield. I hope this isn't a run play.
I
mean, maybe they'll prove me wrong and get the first, but Chase Roberts drops back. He airs it out. He finds Ron.
And Jerron Johnson looks like he got the 1st down. Another great pass.
Yeah, and they're moving the sticks.
Chase Roberts on point today.
I mean, he's stepping up after the penalties offset somehow. He delivers a great pass to Ron, and that's going to be a 1st down.
So they're within the 30. Aiden White in the backfield, a pistol formation.
Another pass to J-Ron Johnson.
That one's going to lose about a yard. Losing 2 yards on that, so 2nd and 12.
All right, Jerron.
So they're going to lose 1 yard, 2nd and 11. And they are going to the very pass-heavy offense, but when you have your quarterback playing like Chase Roberts has today, you can certainly go ahead with that.
Aiden White doesn't get too much. That's going to be a gain of about 5. That's crazy discipline from Walter Cart for not striking back after something like that. But I'm sure he'll get his lick back on the field.
And that is
that's
a
an interception.
And
against Chase Roberts.
miscommunication as a flag comes out on Darius Gray. I thought he tackled him.
And the Saints after a big stop from Darius Gray's sack on the last drive and 2 pass breakups from Elisha Asari are going to have the ball. And, of course, they get backed up again by the refs. And that's going to be 1st and 15.
Yeah, man, apologies for some of those technical difficulties, but we are back now as we start 1st and 15. White and Clellan both in the backfield with Chase Roberts.
And Chase drops back. He's looking for JJ. JJ has the ball and more, and he goes out of bounds around the 35-yard line. What a catch.
And what a throw, too, just right where it needed to be. 2 defenders in the area. Neither could find it, and it was right in the bucket with J.J. Tidwell.
And additionally, that was defensive pass interference. If you watch the play, he had a handful of his jersey for the whole run.
Yep, so a big gain there. 1st and 10 in North Cross territory.
And that's going to be...
Aiden's got to put 2 hands on it, dude. North Cross says they have it.
But I think Aiden might have been down.
That's what I thought.
He's ruled down on the field.
Yeah, so he's ruled down. North Cross doesn't look happy, but I'm pretty sure that was the right call. As let's see how much yardage they give him. We're gonna give him about 4 yards, so a decent carry there.
Yeah, not bad. 2nd and 6 is much better field position than just a turnover. So
a lot of things are better than a turnover. So
yeah, I can name a few.
yeah, Cleland pistol formation, along with Chase Roberts in the backfield.
And Chase takes it, quarterback design run. He's trying to shake off a hit, and he's still up, but the refs blow it dead.
He shook it as the refs blew it dead. They're going to say that he was stopped on forward progress. A frustrating, but I think a fair call there. And
sorry for my angle. I didn't understand why they blew it dead.
yeah, they just kept pushing him back. So I think stop forward progress is certainly fair there. And then it is a little frustrating to see him shake that and it get blown dead at the same time.
Yeah.
But you know, I think this can be a very frustrating game.
Yeah, I'm just a very energetic Saints fan is all it is.
Of course. So 2 men in the backfield, Johnson and Cleland next to Roberts.
Clellan takes the snap.
Bold on a 3rd and 9. And looks like they might leave their offense out on the field for a 4th and 6. And it will be. So that explains the run. They were looking at 2-down territory. And Aiden White on the sideline, so not in the huddle. And let's see what Roberts and this Saints offense can do here. Roberts been clutch this game. And I believe there's a timeout on the field. It is called by North Cross. So we'll be back after a short break. So the Saints retaking the field as they hope to convert a 4th and 6, a big play here as they hope to keep this drive alive, down 7 in the first half. And they're going to cut the Saints for a false start, I believe.
False start on the Saints.
That one was on Darius Gray, I believe.
So it'll be 4th and 11. Let's see if they keep the offense out on the field.
I believe they are. They're just putting Andy Hinkst on. They're going to go more
Yeah.
for a pass heavy here.
Yeah, I would certainly hope so on 4th and 11.
You never know.
True, you never do, but
Every once in a while, you'll run something they're not expecting, like a check down, and it'll work.
yeah, so 4th and 11, big play here, and it's Johnson in the backfield next to Roberts.
He finds Andy Hinkst for his 4th
Andy
catch of the
Hinkst.
game, coming
What?
up clutch again. That is his 4th first down as well.
Andy Hinkst is having such a great game.
This is, might I say, a legacy game for Mr. Hinkst.
Already the senior, probably, I think, this is looking at the stats at least, he's already having his best game, and we're not even done with the first half. And a big conversion from the Saints keeps the drive alive.
I believe that puts him at 4 catches, close to 50 yards.
And Johnson takes a big hit there by number 6, Lillian Keju. Apologies.
Colin Johnson for no gain, 2nd and 10.
So no gain, it'll be 2nd and 10.
God, what can I say about Andy Hinkst, man? Just an absolute anchor for this offense today. He's come up clutch so many times, and he's just getting that separation on the pass that you really love to see with a corner, or not a corner, a wide receiver.
Yep, using his height too.
Yeah, jump ball demon. And the ball's out.
I thought he was down, but I think they're going to call it a turnover. So
2 flags on the play. It looked like somebody's head was dragged down on the turf, and then number 75.
another flag coming out.
Colin Johnson on the ground after the play was called dead.
Yeah, I mean, they keep getting.
And it appeared
physical.
that Tidwell was down when the ball came out.
I thought he was down, but
Well, it looked like his knees both came down, and then the ball popped out.
yeah. I guess we'll see what they call this, but I really thought he was down on that play, but
And regardless of whether or not he was down, the amount of penalties that would have been on Northcross there should back them up well further down, unless the refs called something on the Saints there to offset.
there's
Because
so much action going on after the play. That was
I
an
can
issue
only
by
I can only
Northcross.
imagine that one of those had to have been a personal foul against Colin Johnson.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just dirty play.
I guess we'll see, but Northcross just getting away. I feel like they're just getting away with so much after these plays.
Yeah, and the refs are just being. Second, there's a sideline warning on Northcross and a personal foul, face mask on the Saints. I believe I saw the face mask happen. However, I assumed that the personal foul from number 75 on Colin Johnson would have offset.
After the fumble, we have a personal foul, face mask on the Saints,
I don't.
and a 5-yard
They're getting away with so much. I mean, I'm seeing so much after the play that the refs
I mean,
just
second-
are looking right at it and not calling.
Second sideline warning. I'm only assuming that if this happens one more time, third strike and you're out, they're going to get a personal foul for unsportsmanlike conduct for the way their sideline is acting. And this is just dirty play from the Raiders today.
So they're going to have great starting field position. I thought that Tidwell was down, and I thought there was a myriad of personal foul penalties that could have been called.
After the ball was
Yeah,
dead.
I don't.
I'll be honest, I did see the face mask come down. It
Well,
was on Darius Gray.
I mean,
but
of course, but then you have that action after with Colin Johnson. I
assumed they were going to offset.
yeah. So they'll be within Saints territory to start this drive. So Saints defense hoping for a big stop. As guess who has the ball and slips through a
McClellan
tackle.
misses the tackle, and he's still up, and Colin Johnson gets there to bring him down. God, Jaziel Hart is just balling today. He's just been unstoppable on the run for the Saints defense.
Yeah,
Seems like they can't stop him no matter how hard they try.
So that'll be another first down for North Crosses. I would guess that I would certainly estimate he's probably over 100 yards already.
Two minutes left in this half. And they're calling pass interference. That ball appeared to be completely uncatchable to me, and it looked like it was a play on the ball from.
I believe it was. Excuse me. Might have been Tidwell on coverage or Jerron
I thought it was
Johnson,
Jerron Johnson.
Yeah, it was Jerron Johnson.
Throwing a pass interference flag is that's soft.
Yeah,
that's a soft penalty.
I don't think that ball was catchable. It was out of his reach.
Wasn't near catchable, and he was making a play on the ball as well. That was just a soft call from the refs.
Yeah, the refs, I'm disagreeing a lot with them here in this game so far.
They give it back to Jaziel Hart. He shakes two tackles and gets brought down.
He just cannot tackle him today. He's slipping through so much.
Second down.
That's going to be a North Cross third timeout.
So, avoiding a delay of game penalty there, I suppose. So we are back as the Saints gonna have to come up big on defense. Another flag comes out. Yet another flag.
Colin Johnson runs around with the ball.
So the
holding
Raiders,
on North Cross.
So that'll be negated as North Cross gets a holding penalty.
Yeah, but you mean when they go down and the ball comes out, then.
No comment. So that'll make it second and long. Second and 15, it looks like.
It's much better field position for the Saints. If they can shut this down, hopefully get a turnover, that could end this drive for the Raiders.
So second and 13. Let's see what the Saints can come up with here on defense. That play is blown dead.
False start on the Raiders. Illegal procedure on the Raiders. Correction.
I believe that's the same thing. So it'll be 2nd and 18.
Hill, you know what I don't think I've ever seen is an intentional grounding penalty in high school football.
I think I've seen a couple. Yeah, they're rare at this level for sure.
Walter Cart comes off the field.
And it's a lot of rearranging to do, it seems like.
The defense is just trying to match whatever they're doing, but then Finn Walter, Darius Gray on a big sack, the ball's down, and Lance Clellan has it.
Lance Clellan comes up with it after Darius Gray forces a
And they're
fumble.
giving that ball to the Saints.
And a huge turnover for the Saints to avoid a score before halftime.
Unfortunately, there's only 14 seconds on the clock, so this isn't going to give him much of a chance to strike back for a touchdown here. Maybe if they can get a big pass play and come down within field goal range.
Yeah, I'd say they got to redeem themselves after the last couple games. Land up some points right before halftime, but
I mean, Andy Hinks is always open out there. So,
that's true. You
know, look for clutch time Hinks out there.
Looking like prime Megatron out there. So, 14 seconds left. Offense comes out. If I had to guess, I'd say they might just kneel it out, or just make a couple of run plays. They're going to call a timeout. So, we're going to call a timeout. They haven't used one this half, so we'll see what they intend to do out of it. So the offense coming back out on the field. Let's see what they intend to do here, as only 14 seconds left in the game. And he is going to call a passing play as Roberts takes it himself and out of bounds after the first down with about 6 seconds left on the clock.
Five seconds on the clock. This is enough time for one big pass play if they can get it off.
So Raiders putting plenty of guys deep in coverage. As, again,
Roberts
taking it
takes
himself.
And he goes down, and it looks like he got hit after he was down, but
I don't know if it was enough to justify.
yeah, I think it was just he tried to dodge him, but
yeah. So that'll bring us to halftime. Chase Roberts getting some nice runs in there before, but just not long enough to score. But they do get the ball out of halftime.
Yep.
And with a chance to tie it up here at Knowles Field, we'll be there with you then. I'm Hill Butler. I'm here with MJ Crocker, linebacker for the varsity football team. Got a all-time lineup draft. You know a lot of players, MJ. I bet you do.
Yeah, let's see. Let's go.
All right, first pick. Best not to overthink it. I'm going to go Tom Brady.
Yeah. I'm going to go back-to-back receivers here. I'm going to go Jerry Rice and Randy Moss.
It's dominant. Hard to stop this, too. Yeah, I'm going to go, for my receiver, I'm going to go Terrell Owens.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Sheriff and Peyton Manning. And then I'll also take my running back in LaDainian Tomlinson.
My running back, I'm going Barry Sanders
just too elusive, hard to stop him. And next pick, I'm going to receiver. Give me Larry Fitzgerald.
That's a good pick right there. All right, so we got one tight end and then a receiver.
One tight end, one more receiver each, and then defense.
I'll take Rob Gronkowski, and then I'll take Michael Irvin.
Yeah, last wide receiver. You think of Megatron, Lions legend right there. They don't have a lot of them, so.
Missed on him. All right, so now all-time defense. What do you think?
My defense, I'm going to go with the 1985 Chicago Bears. Just dominant. That playoff run, man, was incredible.
I think I'm going to go with the Legion of Boom, 2013 Seahawks.
Yeah, certainly the best in recent memory.
Yeah.
Tight end. Got one tight end. He's not the most popular player, but prime Travis Kelce, man. Good. He was a problem.
Yeah. I like that, Hill. I like that. All right.
Yeah. Thanks for coming out, MJ.
Yes, sir, Hill.
Good to do it.
Freshman board.
EB.
Elijah EB Brandon.
EB Brandon.
Elijah Brandon.
Either Ron or EB.
Are you gonna catch them all? EB. Yeah, it's probably EB. Maybe Ron. If Ron showed up today.
Ron Johnson or Elijah Brandon?
EB for sure.
EB.
James Signeri.
EB.
Elijah Brandon.
Elijah Brandon.
Definitely EB. Ron Johnson.
EB Brandon.
Elijah Brandon. Nick Parker.
Yeah, Nick Parker.
Nick Parker. EB Brandon. EB.
Jack Purcell.
Jack Purcell.
Jack Purcell.
EB.
Andy.
EB.
Yeah, I would say EB.
EB. Elijah or Ron? EB or Ron? It was always Jaron Johnson.
Alright, EB.
Jaron Johnson.
EB.
Every single time, bro.
Who is always the last one out the locker room? Me?
Who's always last out the locker room?
Me. Each day, bro. EB.
I can call the most one here, bro. That's gonna be like great. Ron, bro. Ron. So why am I the last guy out? I mean, it's just a bad day for me. I came out late. I had the body sore. What else? And yeah, no excuse, but I'm not always the latest one out. I'll say Ron, Isaiah, Makai, or DG. Them 3 hours late. So that's it. Yeah.
Retake one of these. Henri.
Alex Ferguson,
Messi?
coach. Alex Ferguson. Alex
Where is he?
Ferguson, coach.
Okay. Rubinho, Torres. Let's take Torres.
I say Scholes.
No, let's take Torres.
Okay, sure, that's fine. Tony Cruz. Wait.
Tony Cruz. Yeah.
Or Luis Figo. Either way.
No, Tony Cruz. Okay. Ronaldo probably, or Zidane?
Gotta be Ronaldo.
Okay. Gotta be. Xavi. Tony Cruz, or we already have him. Di Maria, Cannavaro. We need some defenders. Let's say Cannavaro.
All right, that works.
Okay.
Cafu. Easy. Beckenbauer. Or Carlos.
Oh, bro. Busquets.
Yeah, gotta be.
Ballon d'Or, yeah.
Who's goalkeeper? Casillas. Igor Casillas.
Yeah.
Carlos. Roberto Carlos.
Oh, yeah.
Got
That's
him anyway.
left back. Wait, we need a
Iron
right
Robin?
wing. Robin.
Iron Robin.
Coy's favorite teacher is John Green. My least favorite teacher is John Green. I would say Dr. C. Dr. C.
I would say Miss Ray.
Okay.
Miss Ray.
Okay, that's a good shout.
My favorite teacher of all time is Mr. Knight, Algebra 2. I just felt like he really connected with each person in the class.
Favorite teacher, Mr. McGuire. It's my day one, honors biology. Love that class. He first sparked my interest. He helped kindle that, and that led me to taking AP Bio and wanting to pursue that as a career.
Favorite teacher, class and why? I really liked Mr. Toon's World Cultures History class. I think it was a pretty interesting class.
Hey, gotta go with J. Tom. Made me actually like history for once.
My favorite teacher? Probably Dr. C.
Get up
Miss
there.
Grimes, 4th grade class.
Oh yeah, that's a good take. Okay.
Best class ever. It was during COVID, but it was amazing. I loved the pet snake.
R.I.P.
Class
Bubbles.
overall.
And we are back as we head into this second half. The Saints trailing 7-14, one-score game. They will receive the ball after halftime, and it is Tidwell and Johnson back to return. As they got a big turnover, a forced fumble by Darius Gray, recovered. I believe it was Lance Cleland on the recovery to stop Norfolk from scoring out of halftime.
And that one's deep. And J.J. Tidwell takes it. He's got some room. And he's taken down at around the 20-yard line.
So, yeah, that was just a great kick. As, I mean, when you're pinned that deep.
All you can really do is take it out or let it go to the back of the end zone.
Just got to go forward, and not sure. Might have ruled out of the end zone if he had let it be, but they will start their drive on the 20-yard line.
And Aiden runs into Chase, knocking him over just a little bit on the run. That is a gain of not much.
Might have even lost a yard. No, they're going to call it no gain, so it'll be 2nd and 10. Chase Roberts, 42 rushing yards on the night, leading the team.
Yeah, my personal opinion, I think Aiden White should get a couple more carries. He's been a great running back this season.
Yep, 6 carries for 35 yards on the day, averaging a little under 6 yards per carry. It's pretty good numbers right there.
And they give it to him this time, and he finds some room. He's still going, and that's going to be a gain of around 6 yards.
Yep, so they're going to call it, I believe, a 3rd and 4. And they're going to call it a 3rd and 3, actually, so they're going to give him 7 yards, which will bring up to 42 on the night, tied with Chase Roberts. Chase Roberts, 12 for 15, touchdown, and an interception.
And Aiden gets some more room, and that's going to be a 1st down.
Yep, a great carry there by Aiden White to keep the drive going.
Yeah, that makes Aiden White the Saints' rushing leader in this game so far.
So still in the backfield along with Lance Cleland. And that'll get him maybe around 3 yards, maybe 4 if they're generous.
I mean, yeah, but all you need as a running back is like a good 4-yard gain.
Yeah, I mean,
every snap, and you'll get that first.
Yeah, so that will be 4 yards. So 2nd and 6. As the offense comes back. Tidwell lined up at the bottom of your screen.
And they give it right back to Aiden. This time he only has a gain of about 1 or 2.
So they're going to give him 2. So they're on the 39-yard line. Another 3rd down here for the Saints.
And they've been running it back to back, so I think a pass play is due.
Yeah, and the receivers, Hinks leads the team in yards, 55 on 3 receptions. Johnson has a touchdown, 4 receptions on 34 yards for him.
And quarterback designed run, and he has room. He's still up. He's fighting for those extra yards.
And Chase Roberts has been great running this ball for the Saints as he has stopped on
a gain of
forward
15.
Progress there. He had, as you said, a gain of 15. Great run there by the quarterback. And Lance Cleland loves these design quarterback runs, and you can see why. Chase Roberts great with his legs tonight.
Yeah, no, that guy can always pick up a few extra yards on a design QB run.
And looks like White delivered a stiff arm there to get a couple of yards. Looks like 2nd and 8 now. Only managed to get 2 out of it. As the Saints now looking at a 2nd and 8.
Some offensive confusion here.
It's White in the backfield pistol formation. They'll give it to him.
And he gets a few yards.
Yeah, looks like another 2-3 yard carry.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to get him right around 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6.
Yeah, so it'll be 3rd and 6. So another 2 yard carry. Aiden White getting slowed down here on this drive.
It looks like they're going to need to get Andy Hanks back out on that field.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, leading the team in receiving yards with 55, including a 23-yard pass. As
you know, he's big on these long pass plays for 1st down. Another design quarterback run. And let's see. He might have gotten it.
Looks like they're going to call him short. I
thought he was closer than that.
Yeah, I thought he was maybe 1 yard out. They're going to bit of a harsh spot. They're going to call it 4th and 2, and they look like they're going to keep the offense out on the field.
I mean, that seems like the right play call there. It's not horrible field position if you turn it over, and 4th and 2 is a very gainable amount of yards.
Yeah, that's 4th and manageable, as Tidwell and Johnson both on that right side.
And White gets enough. That's going to be a first.
So he carries it about 3 yards, but enough for the 1st down. And it'll keep this drive alive as plenty of 3rd downs here. The Saints chewing time off this clock.
I mean, yeah, 3 yards is all you need when you're 4th and 2. So I'll take what I can get out
Just
there.
get what you need. Don't need more than that. So clock winding down. About 6.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, as Roberts changes things up a little bit on the audible.
He's got White in the backfield. He steps back, airs it out. That one's intended for Tidwell. Good ball, and he catches it.
What a pass and what a catch.
And no flags down on the play. That's gonna be a standing touchdown for the Saints.
And how long was that ball in the air? A dot from Chase Roberts, his 2nd touchdown pass of the night. This one to Tidwell on a huge gain, about 30 yards into the end zone.
What a pass and what a catch from Tidwell. I mean, created just enough separation right there in the pass to wheel that one in and hopefully tie this one up as long as Sterling's kicks goes through.
Yeah, so that'll put Tidwell over 60 yards on the day.
And that one's good.
Yep, this game is tied up. What a play. Chase Roberts on point tonight. He is taking over, as now the Saints will kick off to Northcross. And let's see if their defense can keep it a tie game here. And if I were Northcross, I would be trying to give it to Jaziel Hart as much as I can. He has 9 carries for 112 yards and a touchdown. Unstoppable, it seems.
Yeah, no, and on defense, too, he's providing a crazy impact. I mean, this team is really relying on him, so proper coverage on him is going to be a big thing in this game.
Yeah, so the game plan, I imagine, has to be centered around stopping Hart, because if they can do that, it doesn't look like, at least from what we've seen in this game, it doesn't look like there's a ton of other big playmakers or big impact players on that offense. Of course, their quarterback, Packwick Kingston, has delivered some great passes, including a 41-yard touchdown pass to DeMarcus Brown. But point stands, Jaziel Hart, got to mitigate him, and if you can, this game is in your hands, but he's just been tearing them up tonight.
I mean, the Saints do still have the home field advantage, which is a big deal. Another squib kick, and he takes this one up to right around the 30.
Yep. So dragged down just a little bit after that. So looks like put him at the 31-yard maybe, 31-yard line.
And that was Finn Walter who brought him down.
So you're going to put him at the 32.
And the Saints bringing some noise here against the Raiders. And they hand that one off to Jazeel Hart. And Darius Gray takes initiative and stops him short.
Yep. And Gray just quick on his feet to come off the line and take him down there as we are looking now at 2nd and 7.
I mean,
for
when
the
is the
Raiders.
guy not helping the team?
Yeah, for sure. As he came away with 3 sacks against Trinity, half of the team's 6, and has one tonight as well.
And a forced fumble.
And false start on the Saints.
Yeah, it's going to be offsides penalty on the Saints.
Yeah, it looks like they got Micah Folker and Darius Gray on, not Micah Folker, Charlie Parker and Darius Gray.
To jump, yeah.
Yeah, so.
I mean, the hard count can get you sometimes. It's a hard one to guess.
Yeah, so it's 2nd and 2 now as opposed to 2nd and 7.
And they give it back to Jazeel Hart, and he has the first down and shakes a tackle from Austin.
Yeah, he has been just slippery tonight. They have had problems trying to tackle him. As another handoff, not going too far, a little bit of action after the play, but nothing too egregious as maybe it looks like they're giving him 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8. So Jazeel Hart has probably about 120 rushing yards now. As I said, just been such a problem for the Saints. Very talented player. As the taking off.
Oh, and Kingston gets a good gain for a first down.
Yup, just great reaction speed there and seeing the hole and taking the opportunity. So within the Saints 40, dropping back, fires one deep, and
that's way overthrown.
Yeah, I think there's just some miscommunication there maybe with a receiver. I think he definitely expected somebody to be somewhere they weren't, as that'll bring up 2nd and 10 after the incompletion.
It's going to be 2nd and long for the Raiders here.
And Saints have a couple of guys, even
He
coverage.
steps back.
Darius Gray came in, and that's certainly going to be a hold. As Darius Gray, that left arm came up hooking him as he was rushing. And it came out right when I saw it, so I would be really surprised if this is not holding. And it will be.
Yeah, holding on the Raiders there. I mean, it's really hard when you got a player like Darius Gray coming off the outside to, like, not hold him. Or else it's almost every time going to be a sack.
Yeah, and I mean, once he gets by you, there's no great option, so. you can hardly blame the offensive lineman for, I mean, just desperate to try and do what he can once he's by him. So that will make this 2nd and about 15, so long yardage situation here. Well, it looks more like 2nd and 20.
Yeah, it's going to be 2nd and a country mile here for the Raiders. It's great field positioning for the Saints to shut them down here and hopefully get the ball back to strike again.
Yep. So 2nd and 20 as a lot of guys back in coverage for the Saints.
And Darius almost gets him under pressure, and that ball's overthrown.
Yeah, I think he was trying to find Sebastian Miller, the senior wide receiver, and it was just overthrown. And lucky it was a couple feet above
Finn Walters'
yeah,
head.
Finn Walters.
Yeah.
There's Finn Walters there, and if it was a little bit lower, Finn Walters might have caught it. But the Saints forced an incompletion from the defensive line was right in there, so the pressure might have gone to him, and the Saints get an incomplete pass, and it will be 3rd and 20. So I would be surprised to see anything but a long pass here.
He steps back. Kingston steps back. He's going to take this one as a run. And
And
Charlie Edmonds is looking to lay down a hit. Thank God Kingston runs out of bounds, 'cause that's not a boy I want to get hit by.
No, certainly not. So you get some good yardage out of it, but it is 12 yards short of the first. And 4th, they are looking at 4th and 12.
And they keep the offense on the field. Kingston Piquette is going to be looking to get a long first down out here. No, correction, they're bringing the special teams unit on. They're going to end up punting it. I was going to say going for on 4th and 11 out of tie game with this much time left on the clock is
quarterback
dangerous.
is still out there.
He's the punter.
Missed the first part of this game, so the play clock is at 0. I think they're getting called for a delay of game here. No, they got a timeout in time, and so when the quarterback is a punter, you always want to look out for a fake.
Yeah, obviously, but again, a fake on 4th and 11, and now it's going to be 4th and 16 is very dangerous.
Not 4th and 16. They got the timeout.
Oh, sorry,
time,
timeout off.
yes.
Correction.
So
Still going for a fake play on 4th and 11 is a bold move, and if it works out, great for them, but it's dangerous.
Certainly. And Fuma had a fake play that went for a touchdown against this team, but of course that was their only touchdown tonight. They won that game by a lot, but I'm sure the Saints will be wary of that, as looks like we'll be underway momentarily. The Saints had their special teams out on the field. Tidwell back to return, and Johnson looks like he might end up settling in coverage just in case. Johnson and E.B. Brandon both, so they could provide a bit of a safety net for the Saints if this turns out to be a fake.
And J.J. Tidwell's back there to receive the punt.
Tidwell lets it go over his head, and it is into the end zone.
Thank God.
Yeah, if that had taken a nice bounce for Norfolk, that could have been very good for them, but luckily it will be a touchback for the Saints. So they will start this drive on their own 20-yard line. So White with the carry.
And he gets about 2 or 3 yards there.
Not too much, and Darius Graves involved in some post-play action. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but
I think he just took him to the sideline.
yeah, so no flag for it. They have not been calling that much.
I mean, he's been getting pancakes since he was about 8 years old, so this is the
as it is Johnson lined up pistol formation, and he will take it out to the left side. Not going to get much as he is brought down quick. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
I think the Saints need to bring back out this pass offense they were running earlier today with J.J. Tidwell and Andy Hingst, because that was working so well.
Yeah, I mean, both of them have some great yardage this game, and Chase Roberts has been throwing it real well. I mean, outside of that one interception, he's been making smart decisions, been putting accurate balls in the hands of his receivers. So, yeah, I agree with you. I'd like to see them let him pass it a little more.
And they hand it back off to Colin Johnson around the outside, and that's a gain of nothing.
That doesn't – see, I don't know about that play call, to be honest. I mean, it's 3rd and 4 now. They might be leaving their offense out on the field. No, they will not. They're bringing out the special teams.
It's a bold move to leave your offense on the field.
Yeah, that would have –
with that field positioning.
Yeah, for sure. I really would have preferred to see a pass or something.
But you know what? I'm going to trust in the head coach. He's won games for us before.
That's true.
And hopefully he'll pull out this one today.
Yeah, and he has good reason to trust his defense, as looks like 3 seconds on the play clock, and they're going to have to take a timeout. And, oh, man.
And Charlie Gunn wasn't on the field in time.
He was on the field, but he was on the wrong side of the ball. I mean, obviously that's going to be illegal procedure. Easiest illegal procedure call a ref will get, as now that'll just push him back 5 yards on the punt on 4th and 8. As the punt is not going to stay in the air too long, and looks like it'll
roll just past the 50.
Yep, just past midfield. So Norfolk can start off with some great field position in the 4th quarter as the clock stops, so they'll get a play off before the 3rd quarter ends, but they're going to start off with some great field position, and the Saints defense has to come up big.
Step it up, yeah. Oh, and there's an injury on the field. Unclear of who that is. I can't see the number, but I pray that he's okay, because I hate to see young players getting injured.
So out comes the 2 teams, as no surprise to see Jaziel Hart in the backfield. He has been doing it all.
Yeah, man, the kid's been balling today.
1st and 10 from the 49-yard line of North Cross. And
he doesn't get too much.
Looks like maybe a yard. Yeah, Charlie Edmonds pulled him down after 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's further than I thought.
Yeah,
it's hard to see when everybody starts jumping up over there.
That's true. So that'll do it for the third quarter, it looks like.
And we're into the final stretch of this game.
Yes.
Score's still tied up.
So 12 minutes left in this game as the Saints hope to get a big stop to keep the game tied. And a nail-biter here at Knowles Field on this beautiful Saturday. And this game could have big implications for the playoffs for the Saints. As if they win this, they'll have pretty good chances at hosting a playoff game, which would be, I believe, the first since 2018. Welcome back. So, game is almost underway again as the Saints defense taking the field. North Cross's offense coming back. Apologies for that error on my part. They are playing North Cross. As, again, Jazel Hart, shotgun formation.
And they take the snap high.
And nobody
that
there.
To DeMarcus. And that's going to be a first down.
Yeah, he was just wide open for that screen, and he gets enough for it. They're going to say it's third. No, they are going to say it's first down.
Yeah, to me it looked like he reached over and got that first down too.
Yeah, so it'll be a 1st and 10 within the 45 for North Cross. Keep getting that wrong. Apologies. Play Norfolk a lot more than we play North Cross. So Hart in the shotgun. And he will get it. Working on that left side.
And
flag
that's
out.
Looks like it's going to be a hold on North Cross.
And yep, so yet another flag.
Yeah, it looked like number 75 for the Raiders had a hold there.
Yeah, so nothing new. Flag on the play. There have been plenty of those today. So it's 1st and 20. And pressure right there. Darius Gray
brings him down almost immediately. It didn't even look like anybody touched him. He got there the second the ball was snapped.
No, he was right there. He must have put a move on that offensive line.
I mean, for an O-line commit, he's pretty explosive.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is a 2nd and Tahiti here.
Oh yeah, my favorite saying, 2nd and a country mile out there. They've got a little bit of ground to work on here. And Darius Gray with his 2nd sack of the game. Additionally, he has a forced fumble and a tackle for loss.
Yeah, he's been great today. As let's see what North Cross's offense can produce here on 2nd and long. And looks like a pre-snap penalty here. And
delay of game.
Wow, they get North Cross getting hit with a delay of game penalty.
God, talk about a country mile. Oh, my God.
I guess they were not aware of the play clock because didn't look like they looked surprised to get that call. So 2nd and 2nd and 31. Wow.
That is a long way to go. And he lets it fly. Good pass to DeMarcus Brown, and he's taken out of bounds by Elisha Asari.
So it's still going to be some long yardage, but
oh, it's 3rd and 20. It's
yeah.
Still got a good bit of room.
So Let's see. The Saints defense have them right where they want them. So can they stop an explosive play here to force a 4th down? As Jaziel Hart still in that backfield where he has been great today.
And he steps back, and that's breaking up.
That's going to be
by
a
Finn
PI.
Walter, and they're calling PI.
Don't know that
I disagree with that is what I'm going to say, because Finn Walter hadn't tripped him up. He'd fallen over on his own.
I don't know. I didn't get a great view of it. I saw it towards the end, but at least to me it did look like he shoved him down.
3rd and 5.
So it won't be enough for a 1st down, as high school rules do not give an automatic 1st for PI. But so the Saints can still bring up 4th down here after that penalty.
Yeah, but it's going to be much harder here because they now have to prevent the run from Jaziel Hart, who's been getting 6 yards easily every run today.
Yeah, so not quite as good as a 3rd and, as you say, 3rd and country mile for the Saints defense, but can they force a 4th down anyway? The snap is good, and that'll be a 1st down for North Cross. And
DeMarcus Brown had a beautiful hitch route there, and Elisha, just had one step too far back.
Yeah,
and that's a good pass for a 1st down.
So they are within the 30. So airing it out, and he is wide open. Elisha Asari just trailing way behind him, and it'll be a North Cross touchdown. Put them up 20-14, and if the extra point is good, they'll have a 7-point lead here in the 4th quarter. And just these last couple plays for the Saints defense did not go how they wanted it to.
Yeah, DeMarcus Brown is the number 5 wide receiver in Virginia on 24/7 Sports. So he is, he's pretty solid. He's a 4-star. He's nobody to laugh at. Very good receiver.
Yeah, it's hard to guard a guy like that, to put it simply, as the extra point is up and blocked. The Saints avoid the 7-point lead and keep it at 6. So the Saints special teams mitigating the damage a bit. And so North Cross will kick it off to the Saints, as Jerron Johnson way back to return. Tidwell a bit in front of him. About 15 yards ahead. So Albisha sending up the ball, preparing to kick it off. He has been great today. He's got quite the leg. And great kick there.
Hammered.
Jerron took it at about the 5, makes his way past the 25, so pretty good return there by Jerron Johnson.
Very solid.
But man, Albisha has just been doing such a great job in that kicker position today.
We got another
for North
player
Cross.
down on the field for North Cross.
Uh-oh. So as Walker Reel looked like he was in on that hit, but he is walking off the field on his own power, which is great to see. As the Saints offense will take over on their own 27-yard line. Can they tie it up and potentially take a lead here at Knowles?
That would be ideal.
Certainly would. Aiden White lined up in the backfield in shotgun formation.
Andy Hinks back on the field. Correction, no, he's not.
And a decent carry, about 4 yards on the designed QB run. Chase Roberts been pretty good with his legs today.
Yeah, I mean, Chase has 62 yards with his legs today. So that's pretty solid.
Yeah, and I would love to see him pass it a little more here as 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter and they're trailing, and he's just been, he's throwing it really well this game. But Aiden White with a great run.
I mean, I'm not going to complain about something like that.
Certainly not. So it'll be 1st and 10. Looks like at the 42-yard line about. As now in the pistol formation, Tidwell, Johnson, and Hinks all lined up on that left side. Rolling that way is Roberts. Pressure incoming, and he just throws it away and barely avoids the interception. Jazio Hart had his hands on it. Not sure he would have landed in bounds, but he slips out of his hands. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Andy Hinks is actually back out on the field now.
Yep, in that at the top of your screen, and Tidwell at the bottom.
Hey, you're going to want to watch them. Whenever they come out there, you know it's going to be a big.
And that play is not going anywhere. And it'll be 3rd and long for the Saints offense. 12 yards to go. And credit to North Cross's defensive line. They were just right in on that.
That was great defense from North Cross. There's not much you could do about that.
So I imagine we'll probably see a long passing play. And they're loading that right side up with receivers, and they get him for a false start penalty. Will turn 3rd and 12 into 3rd and 17, just making a bad situation worse with the penalties.
Talk about 3rd in the country mile, dude. Not great field position for the Saints, but we've seen big passes happen before, like 23-yard reception from Andy Hinks earlier, and that's more than enough yards that they need here.
Yeah, Tidwell leads the team in receiving yards, 70 on 3 receptions, plus a touchdown. Hinks also has 55 of his own. And White, the
White
pass to
brought
him.
down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and a big 4th down there forced by North Cross, and the Saints will have to punt it away. And their defense now has to come up big here. They either got to stop them or make them punt or force a turnover, but they cannot allow North Cross to score.
Yeah, under no circumstance can North Cross get anything on the board here.
So Sterling back to punt. Jazio Hart to receive. And got some good hang time. A great punt there. And it is out of bounds within the 30.
Not a bad punt from William Sterling. That's going to give Saints defense room to stop.
So because it rolled out of bounds, it'll put Norfolk with some extra yardage up. So they're past the 40, around the 42-yard line. And let's see what the Saints defense can come up with here. when it really matters.
Penalty on the Raiders.
There's a penalty on the Raiders. Not sure exactly what the call is, but it's backing them up quite a bit. What was the penalty call?
Oh.
So I believe that would be a personal foul as it backed them up quite a bit.
Yeah,
Back to their
Saints defense, amazing field position.
Yeah, so they are back on their 15-yard line.
The Saints really just has to minimize big plays.
And
they do just that.
No gain there. And it's kind of holding my breath as
Charlie Parker with a big tackle.
Austin Robinson kind of shoved somebody after the play.
Yeah.
But no call.
Yeah.
And that will be 2nd and 10 with pretty poor field position. As let's see if North Cross can come up with something here. Jazua Hart lined up, and it'll be a jet sweep, I believe.
And Austin Robinson gets his arms around Jazeel Hart. It's going to be 3rd down and about 4.
I believe it was Jace Rhodes on the carry. He went into motion and got it, and got some decent yardage out of it. Looks like it'll be 3rd and 5 now, which is certainly manageable for this North Cross offense, who have been great tonight. And the Saints will take a timeout.
Yeah, take a timeout with about 5 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock.
So 3rd and 4 for this North Cross offense. Let's see if the Saints defense can come up with a stop here.
I'd be surprised if they didn't give this one to Jazeel Hart.
I would be too. He is electric. And they will pass it. Big hole to run and take it down.
And there's no penalty either.
Yep, and
that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Yep, and looked like a big hole, but that Saints defense closed it quick, and they force a 4th down as
the
North
offense.
Cross.
Nope, the punt squad is coming on the field for North Cross.
Yeah, so punted away on 4th and 3. And it is Tidwell back to receive. No, they're bringing him off the field. And the Saints take a timeout. I think there's some confusion on who was back to return because Tidwell looked like he was going to do it, but then ran off the field.
And that timeout came just in time for right before the play clock hit 0.
Yeah,
for North Cross, so interesting timeout, but you know, just as long as it cleans up the play, it's okay.
So teams are headed back on the field. And
again, Hill's right. They got to watch out for like a fake here. With the quarterback as a punter, that's always dangerous.
And the Saints don't have anybody back to return, so they're focused on making sure if this is a fake, it doesn't go their way. Colin Johnson now backing up. And it looks like it lands out of bounds at the 45.
Yeah. Around 5 minutes left in the clock. Saints have the ball on the 45. This is a very manageable touchdown to take the lead in this game.
Yeah, and if they do take the touchdown, it's a tie. If they make an extra point, they take the lead. So I imagine Coach Clem will just try and eat up some clock and score with.
And then, lean back on the Saints defense to shut down North Cross.
So the Saints offense comes back on the field. Tidwell at the bottom of your screen, lined up against Jaziel Hart. As 3 men in the backfield, 2 next to Roberts, as Cleland and White both back there with them. The handoff to White, and he is going to get
around 3.
Powering forward, looks like he can
might get more closer to 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, I think they're going to give him 4. So it'll be 2nd and 6. And very same formation here.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess.
Yep, and White with a big gain
and
there.
And that's a first down.
Yeah,
what did I say? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
For sure. So, looks like gain of about 7 yards.
And that's going to keep the clock going, too.
Yep, with 4 minutes left to go. And Saints coming out of the huddle. Again, same formation. As you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I mean, to an extent.
Yeah, certainly. Don't want to do it over and over, but 3rd time in a row. And this time.
This one, Chase Roberts takes it, and he gets some yards.
Yeah, that's a pretty good gain, about 6 yards for Chase Roberts.
That's not bad at all.
And he was out of bounds, so the clock does stop. About 3.5 minutes left to go.
The Saints are definitely doing a good job moving this ball and running the clock at the same time.
So, again, same formation, 4 times in a row now.
And Aiden White gets the ball, and he gets the outside.
And Aiden White!
And he's going. Oh, my God, that's going to be a touchdown. Aiden White
is gone and into the end zone. And the Saints have a chance to take the lead. But if there's a lot of time on this clock.
3 minutes and 26 seconds left. I'm sure Clellan wanted to eat up a little more time. But you can't complain when you get a touchdown.
No, so the extra point is all they need for a lead, as North Cross's extra point attempt on their last drive was blocked.
So as long as William Sterling can put this ball through, the Saints should take the lead.
And his kick is nearly blocked, but up and good. The Saints take the lead. 3.5 minutes left to go if North Cross can take advantage.
It's all on the defense tonight.
Yeah, the defense is going to have to stop them here, as North Cross has plenty of time to get a drive going.
I would not hate an Elijah Brandon pick 6 right now.
There's a lot of things the defense could do that I wouldn't hate. I just would prefer them to not let up any points. And I'm really looking at, as you said, EB and Darius Gray.
And
these
SJ
players,
Crocker.
you know, all 3 of those players, very clutch, always seem to come up when it matters. I mean, Darius Gray, I think, had 2 sacks, and who knows how many pressures on Trinity's last drive in that game to stop them from scoring. And Evie Brandon, of course, had that pick 6 to get that touchdown on the board. So I think those are the 2 players I think I'm going to have my eyes on the most as the Saints prepare to kick it off to North Cross's offense. And North Cross has moved the ball well this game.
Yeah, I mean, Jazeel Hart's just somebody they got to watch out for right now. 3 minutes, 26 seconds left, and he's been explosive all night.
Yeah. He has been, as he said, just killing this Saints defense.
Great squib kick. And then they lateral it back to Jazeel Hart.
Yeah. They really want him to have the ball, and you can see why, but that one not going to work out too well, but they do get some extra yards out of it. But within the 30, looks like they're on their own 27-yard line.
Not bad field positioning for their offense.
Certainly not. And some noise coming from this Saints crowd, and they know it is all on their defense. Can the Saints stop North Cross from scoring and taking the lead? As a flag comes out, the Saints seem to think it is against North Cross.
It's going to be offsides on the Saints, it looks.
And it will be.
Yeah.
Not how you want to start.
Bad call, but okay.
So, 1st and 5. Again, the Saints they have to mitigate their penalties, especially at this point. They have had a lot of flags come out on them.
Yeah, you got to mitigate penalties when you're in a game that's this close with this little time on the clock. And Kingston drops back, and he finds a man wide open. That's going to be number 11, Alicia Nunez.
And the clock
will keep going. That was a complete pass, and he stayed in bounds.
Yeah, so it does resume.
They just have to wait for the markers to get set.
Yep. So 1st and 10 now. About 8 yards before that 50. As that one, who else but Jaziel Hart slipping through tackles, finally taken down, but he gets the first.
God, the Saints got to slow down this Raiders momentum now if they want to have a chance of stopping this game.
Yeah, it's less than 3 minutes to go. 2 minutes and 45 seconds for North Cross to get in the end zone or get a field goal. Jaziel Hart still in the backfield, no surprise there.
Big moment for the Saints defense here.
And the snap is for him. And again, slipping tackles
off.
And finally taken down around the 30-yard line for another North Cross first down. And at this point, it looks like the Saints will need a turnover. As the clock is approaching the 2-minute mark. No 2-minute warning, but just not a lot of time.
Yeah.
If the Saints can. And that one goes about 4 yards, so a decent carry.
And yeah, Jaziel Hart has 25 D1 offers. Additionally, is a 4-star receiver for North Cross, and he's showing his ability tonight.
Yeah, he's just a great athlete, and he is putting it all on the field tonight as minute 40 on the clock. Kind of talking this one over a bit, it looks like. So on 2nd and 6, the snap, a carry for Hart, and
Drew
he's not going
pulls
too
him
far.
down.
So I am not sure. I really have to imagine, based on what we've seen, that this is within Albisha's kicking range. So if they can just bleed time and get a field goal, they can take the lead. And North Cross takes a timeout. So on 3rd and 4th, can the Saints bring up 4th down? I feel like it needs to happen with what we've seen from Albisha. As a snap, high, but they get it to Hart, and
that's a first down.
Yeah, it is. And
First down for Hart. Or down to Edmonds.
The Saints need a big turnover here to kill this, because the clock is winding down. We're in the last minute of the game. Saints are still up 1. They need a field goal to win it.
Yep, and the snap, they're going to pass it, and they get a completion out of it. Clock's still running. They just need a timeout and let their kicker take care of business at this point. And it looks like the Saints' only hope is going to be blocked, but they want a touchdown.
North Cross is yelling for hurry up offense.
Why not just take the field goal, though? That confuses me.
I'm confused on why the...
And North Cross taking another timeout.
This is going to have to be North Cross's bringing their kicker on the field here.
Yeah.
I could only imagine that that's what this is. They're in perfect field positioning to knock one in for a field goal to win this game.
And the Saints, if they want to win this game, they got to block it or just hope he misses. But you never want to hope to win a game. And North Cross, it looks like their offense is still out on the field.
Yeah, they're keeping the offense on the field here.
And on 3rd down and 3, the snap, the pass, and he's tripped, and it's a touchdown.
Austin tripped. That's going to be a North Cross touchdown with 18 seconds left on the clock. And the Saints are down by 5.
And I imagine they might go for 2 because trying to tie it up. But, man, that's just disappointing to see them score like that. Especially Austin Robinson just stumbling on the play and letting his man just get wide open on that one.
Yeah, and you're right. They are going to go for 2 here.
And the snap, he rolls out right, and it is no good, so the lead stays at 5.
And that's great sportsmanship from Kingston for helping Darius Gray back up off the field.
Yeah, for sure. So,
and realistically, the Saints are going to have like 1 or 2 chances to score on this next drive.
Yeah.
They're going to have 18 seconds, which means they might be able to run 2 long pass plays at best.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, they'll need a miracle to win, I got to say. And with how, I mean, with how this North Cross kicker, Amir Albisha, has been kicking it, a return will be unlikely.
I mean, you never know. Kick return touchdown would be peak.
That would be peak. That would be certainly great. I would hope for it, but it's always unlikely as North Cross's special teams comes out to kick this one away to the Saints. Johnson back to return.
Maybe Jerron Johnson will embody Deion Sanders on this one and take it to the crib. That'd be sweet.
Maybe we'll see some Ron magic here. As Albisha lines up to kick it. And the kick is as good as it usually is. Giron fields it in, clock winding down.
He finds the outside.
And
not a bad gain.
The Saints will have
11.4 seconds on the clock at their own 35-yard line, 36-yard line.
So, as you said, I mean, they basically have to score on this play.
Yeah, they got about 9 seconds for a long pass. That's going to be very, very hard to do, but, you know, they have some receivers with some ability out there. So let's hope for it.
Yeah, and Chase Roberts is going to have to air this one out.
I mean, he has an arm. I've seen him throw it far before.
Yeah, so, I mean, it'll have to go 70 yards here in the end zone as let's see what happens here. So takes the snap. Pressure coming. The pass is out of bounds with time left. And a first down. And put him past midfield, so
this is Hail Mary distance. I mean, 50 yards is a throwable ball for a quarterback.
Yep.
I mean, it's long, but
it is very long. As
we've seen it happen before.
As timeout taken by the Saints. And 7.1 seconds. As he says, Hail Mary distance. I mean, they only have time for one more play. So we'll have to see what happens, but this is always a very unlikely way to win. Yeah, North Cross is, I mean, they don't really have to ask much of their defense. They just need to stop the Saints from getting 49 yards.
Here. That's all it is.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm North Cross, if I'm in charge there, I'm going to send a bunch of guys back.
Yeah, now I'm going to play deep safeties. And I'll play like 2 quarterback spies. That's probably about all you need.
Yep. So Norfolk's defense coming back on, and it does look like they're going to drop a bunch of guys back in coverage as only 3 to rush on that defensive line. Aaron, let's see if Chase Roberts can embody a little bit of Jaden Daniels here.
Yeah, a little Aaron Rodgers energy out there.
Aaron Rodgers for sure, yeah. Let's see what happens here. The snap. He is airing it out. He's got Johnson short of the end zone.
Oh, it's still up. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the game.
The Saints lose a close game, 21-26 to North Cross. North Cross advancing to 7-2. The Saints
6-3.
Yep, and
thank you to all the St. Christopher's football seniors. We really do appreciate you guys for being on this team.
Yep, and our next broadcast will be St. Christopher's taking on Collegiate, their old rival, on Friday night under the lights. We hope to see you then.